Involves 6 classes, which are required for every student.
Okay.
The class day starts at 8 o'clock, ends at about 3. At the afternoon activity slot, which is from 3 to 5 or 6 o'clock, every student is required to be in an activity all year long. So you can't just opt out of that time and go back to your room. You have to be doing something active, and that can involve a competitive sport. And we offer all of the competitive sports that you would expect in any large high school, including, as you were saying, football, volleyball, basketball, boys and girls, softball,
where do you have
baseball.
enough kids to play on all these teams?
Well, every student who comes to Orme knows that they can compete if they choose to. So you are guaranteed a slot on the team if you come to Orme. And we compete in the small schools of Arizona.
Okay.
The Arizona Interscholastic Association, AIA's 1A rating is for schools of our size. So we can travel the state competing against schools such as Baghdad or Mayer or schools in Phoenix, northern Arizona.
So how many kids are on a football team?
We are an 8-man football team.
Okay, well that makes a little bit more sense then. Okay.
And our football team this fall did go to state. They went to the semifinals. And I think probably 2/3 of our young men in high school are on the football team.
Well, that is very exciting. So there is nothing left out. Now tell me about your arts and music and theater program.
Right. Arts are very important to us for every student. They must take 2 years of art in their high school career, and the art program is extensive. For a small school particularly, we offer the studio arts, for example, drawing, painting, ceramics, and sculpture.
Okay.
And performing arts, we have choir, a very good choir program, a theater program, and band.
Wow, and theater?
And theater. We offer 2 programs a year that students can be in, a musical in the spring and a drama in the fall.
Wow, exciting.
The other program we offer, which is very important for us and innovative, is an entire week in late January, early February, when all students are doing nothing but art. They do one art workshop. It's called our Fine Arts Festival, and it's coming up January 28th to February 6th. For 1 week, and we encourage and love to have visitors come out and see us then.
Every student, not just art students. So even someone like me who's very non-arts oriented still participates in that.
Absolutely. Every student must take it, and every faculty as well.
You have to tell us about what did you call it? The hilltop? Top of the hill?
Up top.
The up top, the equestrian program, because that's quite extensive and very unusual. Certainly not for Arizona, but unique for a classical boarding school.
It is, and it's unique for Arizona in terms of the horsemanship program that we offer. Every student who chooses to can ride a horse, and that's either in the afternoon activity, which is offered in the fall, winter, or spring, or on weekends if they just want to go up and do a trail ride. The up top part of it is that it's on a mesa overlooking the campus with the most beautiful expansive views of Bradshaw Mountains, Mingus Mountains, and the Ash Creek. And so that's where our students can ride horses. We have horsemanship offerings in both Western and English riding, from beginning, somebody who's never been on a horse, to an advanced competitive rider who wants to compete in National High School Rodeo or on the English riding circuit.
In the hunter jumper or dressage?
Absolutely.
Wow, that is very. Do kids bring their own horses, or do you have horses there for them?
Both. Students can bring their own if they choose to, or they can use our horses. And we have about 20 or so horses of different skills for all of those needs.
Wow, that is just fascinating. And I assume they have the entire Orme Ranch of thousands of acres to ride on.
Exactly. Trail rides.
What an exquisite environment.
Trail rides can take a whole day if they choose to.
Oh, that's my kind of trail ride. That's where I'd like to go. Oh, that'd be phenomenal. How about the social environment for these kids? I mean, you've got 130 kids from ages 5 to 18. How do you create the traditional social things, dances and things like that kids want to be able to do, and when they're involved in a pretty sequestered little environment there?
Well, we have a whole staff of adults who are in charge of what's called our residential program, which is offerings after hours, on weekends, social events, supervision as well, and those dorm parents or residential faculty, we have one who's in charge of just activities. So it's her job to find fun things to do on the weekends, along with a student committee of leaders, and make sure that students are active on weekends as well or at nights.
Are these residential faculty also academic faculty? Do they
Sometimes
do dual roles?
They can be sometimes, but most commonly they will be a coach or just working on the residential program.
Okay.
Because that is such a time-consuming program. Basically, we're parenting students away from home,
sure.
so it's very important to have faculty who are very involved in
Sure.
just that part of the program.
Now, in addition to your traditional school year, you have things that go on in the summer.
We do.
What programs are offered in the summer?
The summer camp, the Orme Summer Camp, is a horsemanship camp which offers riding experiences for kids from age 7 to 16, beginning and intensive riding, and that can be 1 week, 2 weeks, or 4 weeks in the summer. We also have a summer school, which is for students who want to either get ahead or get caught up in English, math, and in English as a second language.
Oh, how exciting. I don't want to let this date go by. You mentioned February, the Arts Week culminates on February 6th. What happens on February 6th?
Thank you. February 6th is a Saturday, and that's what we call Grandparents' Day. It's a day we want all kinds of visitors, but we especially encourage our grandparents of our current students to come to see the culmination of the Fine Arts Week. So students' studio arts will be presented, the performing arts. It's a full day, and for any of the day, we love to have visitors from anywhere in Arizona.
So not just grandparents.
No, exactly.
Now, do we
We'd
need
love
to make a reservation to come to this, or do we just show up?
Please
on
just
February
show
6th?
up, and we'd love to welcome you for a meal and shows. We have an open house that day, basically.
Okay. And what would we expect when we come?
You will have shows spread all over campus. The schedule is actually posted on our website. So of things that are studio arts related, a art showing in the library of public art from all over Arizona. And students will be scheduled through the day in terms of a dance show, a theater presentation, a video presentation, and so forth.
How exciting. You gave us your email address and phone number a little while ago. I'm sorry, you gave us your website. Do you have an email address that you could share with us in case somebody wants to talk with somebody by email?
Absolutely. The best way to reach us for email is admissions@ormeschool.org. So that's the first word, admissions at ormeschool, one word, .org.
Okay. And that way they can actually begin a conversation with somebody.
They will get that information to the right person.
You have 130 students, 20 faculty, probably an enormous staff, and this is a unique work experience. Almost doesn't even sound like work, but I'm sure it's a tremendous work experience. Are there employment opportunities there?
There
available?
absolutely are, and that's another thing to look at on our website or just to give us a call.
Okay.
If you're faculty and you're interested in teaching at an independent school, boarding school such as Orme, it is truly a life. It's not a job. It's 24/7. You have to love.
Do they live on campus?
All of our faculty live on campus except for 2 or 3.
Wow.
So that they're the parents away from home. They could be called in the middle of the night for a student who just needs to talk. So
that is just fascinating. Alyce, thank you so much for your generous time and for all this fabulous, exciting information about the Orme School, something I'm sure most of our viewers never even heard of before, and now they've learned a whole lot more.
Thank you for having me, Kate. It's been delightful.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. And thank you to our viewers for joining us today. I hope that you've learned some really exciting new things about your community and about Arizona. I want to remind you all at this stage that you have an obligation. Be informed about your community. Look for opportunities to get involved. You can make a difference.